Hello students, today we will study the topic cell structure and its functions. Cell is the basic and fundamental and functional unit of all living organisms. In Sun 1665, Robert Hooke observed honeycomb-like dead cells and he coined these dead cells as the cell. After that, in 1667, Anton von Leeuwenhoek first described a living cell. After that, in 1833, Robert Brown discovered nucleus. Cell theory was proposed by a German botanist, Matthias J. Schleiden, and Theodor Schwann, who was a zoologist, and they both proposed cell theory. According to cell theory, all living organisms are composed of cells and product of cells. All cells arise from pre-existing cells through the process of cell division. The body of living cell or living organisms is made up of one or more cells. After that, we will study the cell number, shape and size. We know all living organisms are either unicellular or multicellular. Unicellular organisms are with single cells. They are capable of independent existence and carries all function of like digestion, excretion, respiration, growth and reproduction. For example, amoeba, euglena, etc. After that, multicellular organisms come. They are having more than one cells, and in multicellular organisms they vary in size and shape depending on their functions. Now, shape of these cells. For example, in plant cells, parenchyma and sclerenchyma cells are polyhedral cells. They perform storage. Sclerenchyma cells are spindle-shaped cells and they provide mechanical support to us. Nerve cells are animal cells and they are long and branched cells. They conduct nerve impulses. Similarly, RBC, red blood corpuscles or red blood cells, these are biconcave and help in carrying oxygen. Next, muscle cells. Muscle cells are also animal cells. They are cylindrical in shape, spindle shaped also, and they are concerned with the movement of the body parts. Here in the picture, we are showing here in the picture the parenchyma cells. Sclerenchyma cells are also there. It is muscle fiber. It is the nerve cell, and these are sclerenchyma cell, and these are red blood cells. The size of the cell also varies from few microns to few centimeters. We know that smallest living cell is the Pleuropneumonia like organisms and its size is 0.1 millimicron. Okay, and this ostrich egg, it is the largest living cell and it is 170 to 180 millimeter in diameter. The bacterial cell is also 0.1 to 0.5 millimicron in size. So we conclude that cell vary in size. Now, cell structure and functions. Cell has non-living outer layer called cell wall and which is found only in plant cells. Below cell wall there is a cell membrane. Cell membrane encloses protoplasm. Protoplasm has semi-fluid matrix called cytoplasm and large membrane bound structures called nucleus. Cytoplasm has many membrane bound organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, mitochondria, plastids and vacuoles. They also have non-membrane bound structures called ribosomes and centrosomes. Cytoplasm without cell organelles are called cytosol. Now, this is the figure of a typical animal cell. In this figure, we can see that this is the plasma membrane outside of the cell. This is the outermost membrane of the cell Inside the cell, there are various organelles. The organelle in the center of the cell is called nucleus. These are the endoplasmic reticulums. This is lysosome, and these are centrioles, and this is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. These are free ribosomes, and this is mitochondrion, and this is also the mitochondrion. A cell can have more than one mitochondrion too, and this endoplasmic reticulum is rough in nature because ribosomes are attached here. Now, difference between plant cell and animal cell. Plant cell have cell wall, and in animal cell, cell wall is absent. Plant cell has chloroplast and central vacuole, whereas in animal cell, both are not present. Okay. In animal cell, there are centrosome with centriole, lysosome is also present, and flagella is also present. Now, the components of cell. The cell components can be divided into three parts: cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. And cell membrane, it is the outermost part of the cell. Cytoplasm includes cell organelles and cell inclusions. Cell organelles are of two types: membrane bound cell organelles and non-membranous cell organelles. Membrane bound cell organelles are endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, mitochondria, plastids and lysosomes. Plastids are present in plant cell and lysosomes are present in animal cells. Non-membranous cell organelles are ribosomes, cytoskeleton and centrioles. Now, cell inclusions. Cell inclusions are the chemical parts of the cytoplasm or chemical substances which are in the form of storage products, secretory products and excretory products. In the form of storage products, the cell inclusions are starch, fats and oils and proteins. In the form of secretory products, cell inclusions are enzymes, hormones, pigments, alkaloids, resins and gums. In the form of excretory products, they are inorganic salts, latex, tannin and essential oil. Now, this is the cell wall which is present in plant cell. After that, cell membrane. Cell membrane is also called plasma membrane, and it is present in all cells. It is just below the cell wall in the plant cells, and it is the outermost membrane in animal cells. It is semi-permeable in nature. It is made up of phospholipids, proteins, carbohydrates and cholesterol. The function of plasma membrane is to allow outward and inward movement of molecules across it, like diffusion, osmosis, active transport, phagocytosis and pinocytosis. These are the figures of plant cell wall and cell membrane. This is the plant cell wall, and plant cell wall here, as it is shown, it is made up of middle lamella, pectin, hemicellulose, cellulose microfibrils. After that, plasma membrane comes. In animal cells, the outermost membrane is called as plasma membrane, that is cell membrane. It is made up of these parts, and this is the exterior part of the cell membrane, and this is the interior part of the cell membrane. The cell membrane is made up of hydrophobic core and hydrophilic core. Now, protoplasm. According to Huxley, protoplasm is physical basis of life. It includes organic and inorganic molecules. And what about cytoplasm? Cytoplasm is the semi-fluid matrix present between cell membrane and nuclear membrane. It has various living cell inclusions called cell organelles and non-living substances called ergastic substances. Now we come to the main part of the cell, which is called nucleus. It is the largest cell organelle present in eukaryotic cell, and it is usually spherical in shape. It has double layer nuclear membrane with nuclear pores. It has transparent granular matrix called nucleoplasm and chromatin network composed of DNA and histone proteins. It also has a spherical body called nucleolus. The function of the nucleus is to control all activities of the cell. It contains genetic material DNA which regulates all metabolic activities of the body. This is the diagram of nucleus. Here the middle part of the nucleus or the center of the nucleus is made up of nucleolus, and the material around the nucleolus is called chromatin. It is made up of threads, and this is the nuclear envelope, and in the nuclear envelope there are nuclear pores, and the nuclear membrane is made up of endoplasmic reticulum, and this is rough endoplasmic reticulum where ribosomes are attached on the lamella. After that, there are difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic nucleus. In the prokaryotic nucleus, there is in the prokaryotic cells there are cell wall. These are single celled and they don't have membrane bound organelles. In the eukaryotic cell, they contain nuclear envelope, contain cell wall, and make up multicellular organisms. They are more complex and extensive DNA. And DNA is the genetic material in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. They both contain ribosomes and they both have similar basic metabolism. Now chromosomes, which are also known as vehicle of heredity. Nucleus is a non-dividing cell which has network of fibers called chromatin. During cell division, chromatin condenses to form distinct chromosomes. Chromosomes help in transmission of characters or genes. Chromosomes has centromere at the center and arms on the other sides, either sides, called chromatids. Chromatids are the thread-like chromonema. Here the picture of chromosomes is present. This is the P arm of the chromosome and this is the Q arm of the chromosome, and in the center it is centromere. And these chromosomes are made up of histone proteins and DNA. Now, membrane bound cell organelles. The first membrane bound cell organelle is mitochondrion. These membrane bound cell organelle contain endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is a network of membrane bound tubular structures in cytoplasm. It extends from cell membrane to nuclear membrane. It exists as flattened sac called cisternae, unbranched tubules and oval vesicles. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum: rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now, the functions of endoplasmic reticulum. These help in intracellular transportation. It provides mechanical support to cytoplasmic matrix. It helps in the formation of microbodies, nuclear membrane and Golgi complex. It helps in detoxification of metabolic waste. These are the diagram of smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. Here ribosomes are there on the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, and the spaces between the endoplasmic reticulum are called cisternae spaces. The functions of Golgi complex. Golgi complex has a group of curved, flattened, plate-like compartments like cisternae. The cisternae produces a network of tubules from the periphery. These tubules end in spherical enzyme-filled vesicles, commonly called packaging centers of the cell. Now the functions of the Golgi complex: they store the product of endoplasmic reticulum, they produce lysosomes, they secrete various enzymes, hormones and cell wall material. This is the picture of Golgi complex. It is tubular in structure and also spherical vesicles are also included in the structure of Golgi apparatus. This is the cis phase. These are called cisternaes, and the cavity between the cisternae is called lumen. Now mitochondria. This is also called the powerhouse of the cell. This is spherical or rod shaped. It has two membranes. Outer membrane is smooth. Inner membrane produces finger-like infoldings called cristae. Inner membrane also has a stalked particles called Racker's particle or oxysomes. The mitochondria is filled with granular mitochondrial matrix. Now, this matrix has circular mitochondrial DNA, RNA, 70S ribosomes, proteins, enzymes and lipids. The function of it is to synthesize and store energy rich molecules and like ATP and ADP during aerobic respiration. This is the structure of mitochondria. It is also the double membraned organelle. The inner membrane folds inwards and called cristae, and ribosomes are sticked on this inner membrane fold. This is the outer membrane, this is the inner membrane, these are the intermembrane spaces, and this is the matrix of the mitochondria. Plastids are present in the plant cell, and thylakoids are also the structure of the plastids. Now these are the figures of plastids and thylakoids, chloroplast. Vacuoles are also present in plant cells. Lysosomes, which are called suicidal bags of cell. These are the single membrane bound vesicles filled with hydrolytic enzymes found only in animals. These are produced from Golgi complex. These are of four types: primary, secondary, residual and autolysosomes. The function of lysosomes are, the first function of the lysosome is intracellular digestion. They destroy old and non-functional cells. They recycle worn out cells. Lysosome, the structure of lysosomes is shown here in the diagram. These are the food particle. These are ingested or endocytosis of the food particles, and then the manufacture of food vacuoles is there. Then these food vacuole is got digested by lysosomes. The hydrolytic enzymes of lysosome digest it, and these are digestive vacuoles here. Now exocytosis occurs with the elimination of excretory products. Non-membranous cell organelles are ribosomes, and ribosomes are present in cytoplasm, mitochondria, chloroplast, and also found attached to rough endoplasmic reticular and nuclear membrane. They are made up of RNA and proteins. Prokaryotic animals or cells have 70S ribosomes, and eukaryotes have 80S ribosomes. Their function are to be the part of the protein synthesis. Now this is the growing protein chain. Amino acid is there, ribosome, and this is the tRNA, and this is the mRNA. This is the structure of ribosome, the lower lobe and the upper lobe, and here tRNA is fixed and mRNA is fixed here, and this tRNA and mRNA helps in protein synthesis, that is synthesis of amino acid. Centrosomes. These are the organelle which are found in animal cells, in motile algae, also in motile algae. These has two cylindrical structures called centrioles which are surrounded by centrosphere. Centrioles are arranged at right angles. They are made up of microtubules. Now the functions of centrosomes. Its function is to help in cell division, and non-living cell inclusions are ergastic substances and cytoskeleton. So here we finish the topic. Thank you.